Good morning to all of you. In our last few classes, we are discussing about normal distribution, that is belongs to your continuous probability distributions. Uh, we discussed in detail about some properties of normal distribution, characteristics of normal distribution, this graph which is very much important for your numericals, whatever we are going to be discuss in our next classes. And we discussed how binomial distribution is a limiting form uh, of normal distribution in detail. We have been discussed. And then we have been proved that for the normal distribution, mean, median, mode are the same value. And then we have been evaluated the moment generating function of normal distribution, which is nothing but this one. Then we have been discussed verification of mean and variance of ND by considering MGF, moment generating function. Then in our last class, we have been in detail discussed about moments of normal distribution about mean, and we found that the even ordered moments about mean vanishes. However, sorry, yes, even sorry, odd order moments, and we found that we found that all odd order moments about mean vanishes. However, even order moments are nothing but this one. Okay, and here I am going to say to you that one content we have been forgotten. In today class we are going to discuss that this is our, in general, your pdf, probability density function, and this value, if we are going to integrate minus infinity to plus infinity, it has to give the one. Also these things we have been discussed uh, in the properties, that minus infinity to plus infinity fx dx should be 1. That means total area under this curve has to be 1. So in this class, first we have to discuss how it will be 1, that we have to prove. Then in our next class we are going to be solve some numericals. Okay, so in this class we are going to discuss about proof of pdf of normal distribution, that is minus infinity to plus infinity fx dx equal to minus infinity to plus infinity 1 by sigma root over of 2 pi into e to the power x minus mu whole square by 2 sigma square dx will be equal to 0. Okay, so let's start. So before we have to start to prove this pdf is belongs to your normal distribution, here I written some important points about the gamma function, the 5 points. Shortly we have been discussed about these points whenever we discussed this topic. Okay, either way of the way finding the moments about the origin, at that time in shortly we already discussed, that is your this one. This integral will be nothing but belongs to gamma function, and here gamma half equal to root pi. So here I written some important points about the gamma function which will be useful for this content, and also in our next contents, whatever we are going to discuss in our next classes, right? So these 5 points you have to remember about the gamma function. So see, more other different properties or points are there about the gamma function, but main points here I have been written that you have to remember regarding gamma function. So this is nothing but 0 to infinity e to the minus x into x to the n minus 1 dx is your gamma n. Here x and n are the dummy symbols, you can change it accordingly. And gamma n plus 1 is nothing but gamma n plus 1 will be equal to n factorial. Gamma half will be equal to root pi. See, these points prove are there here. I'm not proving these things. You just remember the answer, that gamma half will be root pi, and here this one minus infinity to plus infinity x to the power n into e to the power a into x to the power m dx will be equal to 0 if n equal to odd, and equal to 2 into 0 to infinity if n is even. See, if n is odd, then this total function will be odd. So minus infinity to infinity is there, limit is there, means it will be 0. So if n will be even, then this whole function will be even. So we can write 2 into 0 to infinity this much, right? And this integral value I told at the time itself, value is your 1 by m into 1 by a to the power n plus 1 by m into gamma n plus 1 by m. You remember, this one is very very important. Okay, at many places you need this formula. Okay, now we have to prove this one, that integration minus infinity to plus infinity, this will be equal to 1. It is very simple, that here total area that means this one, I not drawn the figure. The figure you have to do, you have to draw here. Okay, so this is the variation of x, and this is your mu. If this is your mu, then z will be 0, that we know. And this part is belongs to 0.5, this part is belongs to 0.5, symmetric about the mean. And along this axis we have to consider pdf, and area under this curve, total area will be equal to 1, right? So what is the integration we have to consider? Minus infinity to infinity is the range of the x, and the y or the changes, the variable which is changes with respect to x is your fx pdf. So here the total area, let consider, is the integral I will be equal to minus infinity to plus infinity 1 by sigma root over of 2 pi this one. Okay, exponent to the power x minus mu whole square by 2 sigma square dx. Now we have to put x minus mu by sigma equal to z. So that implies here you can multiply sigma with z. So sigma dz will be equal to dx, because mu is the constant mean value, right? And x will be equal to how much? Sigma z plus mu. I written mistake, sigma z plus mu. Okay, sigma z plus mu. And if we are going to consider the limit, here you can see that x tends to infinity, so obviously z tends to infinity. X tends to minus infinity, obviously z tends to minus infinity, because mu and sigma both are constant. Okay, so now I equal to minus infinity plus infinity, this one can be written as 1 by sigma root over of 2 pi into, instead of x minus mu by sigma, I can write z. Okay, so it will be minus z square by 2 dx will be how much? Sigma dz. So here sigma got cancel. We found 1 by 2 pi root over minus infinity to plus infinity into e to the power minus z square by 2 into dz, right? So is equal to 1 by 2 pi root over minus infinity to plus infinity z square to the power 0. So here there is no z. Okay, there is no z, means we can write z to the power 0 into e to the power minus z square by 2 into dz is equal to 1 by 2 pi root over. Here I told that if we have this type of integration, and if n value is even, then we can write 2 into 0 to infinity this much, right? So here you can see that z to the power 0 is the even, considered as even. So this whole function will be even. Now this can be written as, this integral can be written as 1 by 2 pi root over into 2 into 0 to infinity z to the power 0 into e to the power minus z square by 2 dz as even power on z. Here I written. Okay, that implies I will be equal to here you can see that here root 2 got cancelled, so root 2 by root pi, and this integral will be how much, will be this much, this one, how much, this much, how it will be, that will be 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 to the power 0 plus 1 by 2 into gamma 0 plus 1 by 2, because here in general if we have this integration 0 to infinity x to the power n into e to the power minus a x to the power m into dx, then the value will be how much, 1 by m, 1 by m into a, 1 by a to the power n plus 1 by m into gamma n plus 1 by m. So here in this integral the value of n equal to 0, the value of a, here value of a is nothing but 1 by 2, value of m is 2, so we have to just put this formula, that is 1 by m, 1 by m is nothing but 1 by 2, then 1 by a to the power n plus 1 by m, 1 by a is nothing but 1 by 2, 1 by 2 to the power 0 plus 1 by 2 gamma n plus 1 by m, so n is nothing but 0 plus 1 by m is equal to 2. Okay, so here we can found that here root 2 by root pi is there, root 2 by root pi into 1 by 2, here you can see this is 1 by 2 to the power 1 by 2. Okay, if this 2 will be taken to the numerator, it will be 2 to the power 1 by 2 or root over of 2. You got it? See, this is how much, 1 by 1 by 1 by 2 to the power 0 plus 1 by 2, that means 1 by 2, right? So this 2 if will be moved to the numerator, automatically this will be 2 to the power 1 by 2 or root 2, same thing I have been written, and gamma 1 by 2. So here root 2 and 2 got cancelled, and we found 1 by root pi into gamma half is nothing but root pi, which is equal to 1, hence proved. So this is the proof of your PDF of normal distribution. So here I am going to suggest that actually this content has to be uh, written in the note after this one. This is a normal distribution definition, after the just definition it has to be written in the note, but already up to this much you have been written the note, right? Up to this much, up to this much you have been written the note, so no problem. After this you can write this content, that is the proof of the PDF. Okay, you just write down this one, uh, write down this one. After this, no problem, moments of normal distribution about the mean, up to this much you have been written already. After this you can write this one. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video, and you write down this and ready for the next class. Next class we are going to be discuss some numericals on the normal distribution. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.